It's championship time here in the Elite Division at the Midwest Showdown. It's a Michigan crossover taking on the West Virginia Thunder. Crossover with the first possession. That one rattles around. Won't be our first bucket of the game just yet. But crossover with the offensive rebound. And it'll be their ball there along the baseline. Play was stopped initially, I think, because there was a stoppage there on the game clock. So crossover's ball there along the baseline. .30-second shot clock, as with all games here at the Midwest Showdown. Working inside, that shot blocked. They've got 10 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Deja Church wheeling, dealing, and scoring there. Nice defense by Mayo, better offense by Deja Church. Gives us our first 2 points of the game, crossover with a 2-0 advantage. Got a foul going to go against crossovers number 10, Tia Tedford, as she was guarding Stinson for the Thunder. Dunham to throw it in, gets it to Mayo. Mayo being guarded by Church, going to use the Burris screen, fire up a three, in and out. Gabby Burris with the rebound. First time we say that this game, I can guarantee you it won't be the last. Does a great job rebounding for the Thunder. They come away empty on that possession. It's a 2-point game, crossover with the ball. Here's McDaniel driving. Now she'll kick it out. That's a good look from three-point land. Splash. Alicia Norman makes it a 5-0 advantage in favor of Michigan crossover. That foul going to go against the Thunder. I believe they called it against Kristen Mayo. Coming through a screen. Or on the screen, I should say. I wasn't able to really see exactly what the violation was. Just saw the official signal number 2 over there to the scorer's table. So it's a 4-point lead. That last bucket was just the deuce for crossover. So leads now 4-0. Nice burst of speed for the lay-in there by Alicia Norman. Norman's second bucket of the contest. Lead now 6 for crossover. Here's Dawson. Dawson gonna float it up and in. Nice touch there by Dawson. Makes a lot of the blue-collar plays for this West Virginia Thunder team, but can also score it. Answering right back, it's a three-pointer from Tia Tedford. This one definitely looking like a championship game right off the bat. Church with it, guarded by Mayo. Turns the corner, might have gotten away with a little bit of a push off, or you could just call it a weight room move. You label it what you want. That's a bucket to make it a 9-point game. Dawson, big bucket there from the top of the key. That'll make it 5-11. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them and be back with more Elite Division Championship action here from the Midwest Showdown.
My man, Dwayne Wade. You got this. You cool.
Cool like a penguin in a tank top.
Cool like a convertible with a snowplow.
Like a streaker at a hockey game.
Like a finger rolled in February.
Cool like a Yeti eating frozen spaghetti.
Woo! The cool, crisp flavor of Gatorade Frost. Play cool.
Something's been discussed there around the scores table. "12 minutes, 59 seconds on the game clock. Score's 12-5. So I'm guessing that there was a discrepancy between one of those three-pointers being ruled a two initially, and that the adjustment has been made with it being, well, it was 12-5. Now it looks like they've taken the point off, so it'll be back to 11-5. Sorry for the back and forth. I didn't write the book. I just read it. We have to sort of go with what the main scoreboard shows. And right now it's 11-5. In favor of Michigan crossover. 12 minutes, 59 seconds. Whatever the call may be, officials, let's make it, explain it to both coaches, and let's get rolling. We got championship ball to play. And we are back to the action. So they kicked it back up to 12. It's a 7-point game now in favor of crossover. Here's Church. Church over to Norman. Tedford gonna try a three. That one kicks off to the left. And Dunham looking to get it across the timeline. A lot of speed there in that matchup between Dunham and Norman. Pass a little too tall for Tanisha Curry. So that one a little too tall for its intended recipient in Curry. Back over to crossover. So they will have a substitution into the game. Number 12, Zaria Wright. And for West Virginia, the Thunder bring in Banks. Shiana Banks. Banks number 24. Tedford gonna try another three-pointer. This one won't go. Mayo with the rebound. Curry over to Gabby Lapardis. Coming up 10 seconds left on this shot clock. Mayo being pressured by Norman. A little bit of a hand check there. They'll get Norman for the foul. Subbing in for a crossover, number 33, Nina Reynolds. Pass intended for Mayo is broken up. Alicia Norman coming the other way. Norman tries to finish it with the left. Shot bothered by Curry, and Gabby Burris is fouled there as she comes up with the rebound. Mayo to Burris, working right around that elbow area. Burris going to turn the corner, tries to muscle it up and in. Access denied, but Curry with the offensive rebound. Fresh 30 on the clock for Thunder. Mayo has that one knocked out of bounds. Defending there on the play was number 34 for the crossover. That's Annie Yost. Lepard is working the baseline, stepped out of bounds. So still a 12-5 ball game. We've been stuck here at this score over the past few minutes as both teams have gotten stingier on the defensive end. Church steps in, misses the two. Long rebound brought down by Banks. Pass goes through Dunham's hands. They've got to work to get it across the timeline. Banks will be called for a travel. Tia Tedford, number 10, back in for Michigan crossover. She's joined in the game by number 5, Kamaria McDaniel. They'll come in for Church and Alicia Norman, respectively. McDaniel going to try a three-pointer. Her first three-point attempt of the game. She makes it to make it 15-5. Crossover now with a double-digit advantage. Curry stepping through and laying that one in. Did a nice job of protecting the ball there as Zaria Wright was going for the back tap there. Cuts the deficit down to 8 points. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Wright off the mark. Lepardis with the rebound. Now comes across, gets it over to Hall. Hall gonna dial up a three-pointer, no good. Curry with the offensive rebound. 2 for $1 sale. Lepardis trying to cash in. She can't. Yost and McDaniel converge for the rebound for the crossover. McDaniel too strong on the three. That did not hit the rim, so still 15 seconds here on this same shot clock. 7 seconds to work with for Zaria Wright. Wright being guarded by Curry. Wrap around pass to Yost. Yost loses the handle momentarily. Good defense there by the Thunder. Thunder trailing by 8. Curry trying to use that off arm to create some space. We'll have a tie-up between Banks and Nina Reynolds. .8:45 remaining in the first half. Lepardis, good cut. A crossover, makes her take a tough shot on the inside. Foul on the play against Tedford. In for the Thunder, Mayo, Dawson, Burris, and Stinson. On the floor for the crossover now, you've got Alicia Norman as Tedford sits, Deja Church, Zaria Wright, Kamaria McDaniel, and Alicia Smith. It's another foul going to go against the crossover. Not sure whether the officials just want to make sure they set the tone in terms of the order of the game or what, but a few ticky-tack fouls being called here over the past minute or so. Stinson being guarded by Wright. Shot no good. McDaniel with the rebound, passes it ahead to Church. Church has that one knocked away and out of play by Mayo. Throw it up top to Smith. And Alicia Smith will head to the line. Smith out of Lansing Waverly High School there in Michigan. In and out on that second free throw, Burris to Stinson. Stinson loses the handle, Burris trying to pick it up. Finally, it rolls on out to Mayo. Stinson has it knocked away. Under 10 seconds now on the shot clock. That pass too tall for Kristen Mayo. Give credit to this crossover defense. The West Virginia Thunder, not really a team or a program that I see get sped up too much. Run into a lot of talented teams around the country when you look at the schedule both of these teams play, whether it's in the EYBL for a Michigan crossover or the slate of tournaments that you see the Thunder playing over the course of a year. And the Thunder normally do a better job of being able to either slow the game down, or if it is a fast pace, make sure they take care of the ball. Uncharacteristic start to this game for them. Alicia Norman with the and one. Largest lead of the game here for crossover. Sits at 11. It was 10. The foul goes against Dawson. So I'll give it back to the crossover. West Virginia Thunder, coached by head coach Scott Johnson. Ryan Mallory listed as the assistant coach. Michigan crossover squad got head coach Juan A. Young. Assistant coaches Courtney Townsend, Bashira Oliver, Jasmine Cooper, Juanita Cochran, and Monique Brown. Under 7 minutes left to play. Here's Curry, a power dribble, too strong on the shot. Lapardis can't corral in the rebound. Coach Scotty Johnson asked if that last shot got blocked. The official is touching base. Referees are touching base. And they say, yes, that shot was blocked, but it went off of Lapardis' arm and she tried to bring it in. Can't blame Coach Scott Johnson for trying. As the third official came in and confirmed that it was Lapardis that touched it last. Good defense inside. Burris brings it down. So the Thunder haven't been able to have the success early on in this game that they would like, but even though they've sped up a few times, had some uncharacteristic turnovers, they are doing a good job of not panicking. They're not taking a bunch of bad shots, still taking shots that are within the realm of their offense and the skill sets of their players. Not seeing as many shots fall right now, but a lot of times you see a situation like this made a lot worse by a team trying to get it all back at once. Thunder just looking to stay the course and weather the storm until they can make their run. Crossover looking to create more distance. Mayo tracks that ball down. Gets it to Stinson. Stinson has the shot blocked by Church. Trying to work it inside to Curry. Tia Tedford is all over that pass. So Tedford fouled after coming up with the steal. Deep three-pointer coming for Church. That one off the mark. Tanisha Curry with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Lapardis. Lapardis to Mayo. Burris passed up the three, comes in, takes a two. Good shot there by Gabby Burris. Burris, a player with size that can rebound, guard interior players. But has some touch there from the perimeter. Pokes that shot away. Now she'll have to guard McDaniel. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Tough shot. Dunham with the rebound. Pass ahead to Burris. Burris misses the shot, but Mayo is right there for the rebound and the lay-in. 7-point game. Thunder trying to make a push here. Coming up on the final 4 minutes of the first half. Pass nearly stolen by Mayo. Have a point in the game right now. Well, I won't say momentum is fully in favor of the Thunder because they need to pull closer than 7 points for that transition to fully be made. But crossover not moving with the same pep in the step in terms of having the upper hand and really imposing their will on this game. The Thunder appear to be at that point to where they've settled down a little bit. And they're taking crossover later and later into the shot clock. That one's blocked. Shot clock violation. So a 7-point game. The Thunder get the stop via the shot clock violation, have a chance to pull. So within 5 points. Pass to Curry, a little too hot. Yost to Tedford. Seven seconds to work with on the shot clock. Tedford for three. Splash. Tia Tedford pushes the lead back to 10 points. That three-point is off. Curry, great rebound. And a foul on Tedford. Like Curry's presence on the inside for the Thunder, she's going to get a breather. Has rebounded well and has taken it right at the heart of the crossover defense. Even though they responded, on various possessions and kept her from scoring. I think just her attitude and energy have helped the Thunder stay within striking distance. On top of her rebounding the ball and having a couple finishes inside. Mayo gets it to Banks. Banks blows the bunny. It'll stay with the Thunder. Pass intended for Dawson, broken up by Zaria Wright. Dawson misses the three. And the foul will be against Dunham. Dunham trying to box out there. Came up under Smith on the rebound. A three-pointer is a shot that Dawson can hit, so not knocking her taking a three-pointer. That particular three-pointer, maybe not in the best of circumstances. Plus, I look at it from a standpoint of if Dawson is out there taking the three, that's a great rebounder that's pretty far away from the rim. She's going to get you a minimum number of offensive rebounds if she's close enough to the glass. I like to minimize her presence out there around the three-point line. Church looking to get it into Smith. Smith is doubled. She'll get rid of it. Norman wide open for three. Real easy, just inside and out there for crossover. Largest lead of the game now at 13 points. Hall tries to answer back with a three. Long rebound, kicks off to Mayo. Now here's Dunham. Free throw line jumper. Quick catch and then releases that one up with the left. Make it 13-24. Kristen Mayo is all over the passing lanes there on that one. Now going, trying to finish against Deja Church. Fouled and sent to the line. (15 to 24), 9-point game under the final minute mark here in the first half. Foul called on Zaria Wright. Give it back over to the Thunder. About a 14-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Mayo gets the defender in the air. Three-pointer still won't fall for her. Church wrestles the rebound away. Pass too tall. Intended for McDaniel. So Kristen Mayo has it. So you see the Thunder hold for the last shot here. Now 10 seconds to work with. Mayo to Banks. Banks over to Hall. Back inside to Banks. Banks, that one wouldn't stay down. And that will do it for the first half. 24-15, 9-point advantage for Michigan crossover here in the Elite Division Championship at the Midwest Showdown.
The feeling of the perfect shot feels effortless to me. Right when I release that shot, it just feels serene and quiet. It's only me and the rim and the basketball. With my height, to have an impact and to be the player that I wanted to be, I needed to change my shot, and that was going to be something that would be beneficial for the long term. The process started just breaking my shot down from the initial release to the follow-through. And there were days that I couldn't even get the ball to the rim. There were days that I couldn't go outside of the paint area. It was very frustrating to not be able to shoot the way that I wanted to. The hardest part of that process was definitely the patience. But if I just stuck to getting better every day, eventually I would be able to shoot where I wanted to, anywhere on the floor. I went through some tough days, but found a way to just persevere and see it through. It starts with a great base and great foundation. It allows everything to feel perfect. I can do all things.
My man, Dwayne Wade. You got this. You cool.
Cool like a penguin in a tank top.
Cool like a convertible with a snowplow.
Like a streaker at a hockey game.
Like a finger rolled in February.
Cool like a Yeti eating frozen spaghetti.
The cool, crisp flavor of Gatorade Frost. Play cool.
Seconds away from getting the second half started back here at the Midwest Showdown, the Elite Division Championship. Michigan crossover currently holding a 9-point advantage over the West Virginia Thunder. For crossover, part of what has them in this position, they play good defense, have really sped the Thunder up for good portions of that first half, even when the Thunder settled down a little bit. It was good half-court defense by the crossover, but some of that was also the Thunder not hitting shots at the high clip that they were usually able to hit them at. You know, you look at players like Dunham, Mayo, Burris, even Dawson and Stinson have gotten some shots that just wouldn't stay down for them. No excuses there, but you look for the Thunder to do a better job of hitting their shots, and we'll see what effect that has on this crossover lead here in the second half. You look at some of the playmakers on the crossover end, a couple threes from Tia Tedford, Deja Church, being her usual self in terms of drawing attention and being able to make some plays for others, as well as scoring the ball. Alicia Norman deserves some credit for keeping Dunham at bay for the Thunder, while also adding a few buckets of her own. Norman with the ball up top now. Over to Tedford. Traveling violation going to go against Norman. Stinson back to Dawson. Dawson forces that one up but goes and gets the rebound. There you see some of what I talked about in terms of Dawson taking some three-pointers, not second-guessing it, because I've seen her knock some down, but she is in a better position for the Thunder when she is closer to the rim and can rebound. You saw her go after that one after she missed that first floater. Great nose for rebounding the ball. Here's Mayo. Fouled by Church. Mayo will make on the first. If you're a crossover, you can't feel totally comfortable at this point. And not to say they're playing like it. They're not relaxing. They're trying to extend the gap, but you can't feel comfortable because even though you're up, you've been up for the majority of this game. The Thunder, if you had to give them a grade, not really on the execution, but in terms of the scoreboard and what they're capable of, they're playing B-, maybe C+ ball right now. When you put it up against their normal average in terms of points and where they would be at this point in the game. And they're still only down by 7. Tedford into McDaniel. Now out to Norman. Tedford going for her first three-pointer of the second half, misses the shot. And the long rebound carries out of bounds, so the Thunder will get it back, chasing 7. Work it to Burris. Now Burris going right at Church. Church just keeps the arm straight up. Shot didn't hit rim, so same shot clock. There's the Kristen Mayo that you're used to seeing for the Thunder and on SUV TV. She gets her first three-point bucket of the contest and makes it a 4-point game. Tedford jumping through and laying it in. Nice play there by Tia Tedford. Pushes the lead back to 6. Stinson being guarded by Alicia Smith. Mayo calling for one more. They make the pass. 7 seconds to work with for Dunham. Calling for a screen now over to Dawson. Dawson to Burris. Thunder wanted a foul there on that play, but Cookie's taken by Dunham. Dunham the pass ahead to Stinson. Stinson chases it down and the wherewithal to lay it in and bring it back to a 4-point game. Oh, crossover, turnover. Mayo gets it, brings it across the timeline, hesitates. Now she'll take a tough jumper. As they will say it was touched. Last by crossover. They say that jumper was partially blocked. 4-point game, just under the 13-minute mark, 12:53. As Smith is going to be called there, made contact with Burris. Now we have a foul here. I didn't see the foul. The officials called it, but we had one stretch like that earlier in the game. Guess this is just another stretch where they just want to make sure you guys know they're here. Burris grabs that one. Good rebound there in traffic by Nina Reynolds. Like how Reynolds rebounds, strong around and with the ball. If there's a 50-50 ball and there's a tie-up, she is not one to just let you have it. She snatched a few out of the hands of opponents here. Burris is called for the foul, reaching in. Officials let her get away with a reach or two and had no choice but to call the third one. Zaria Wright splashes the three-pointer. That's a good-looking shot, right hand or left-handed, but jump shots tend to always look a little bit better, a little silkier when shot by the lefty. 7-point game now. Now Wright being guarded by Curry. Puts it on the deck. Curry gets a piece of it, then pulls it out of there. Pass ahead to Mayo. Some sort of stoppage in play there. Should take another look at that last three-point make by Zaria Wright. Seven-point game. Lapardis finds Mayo in the corner. Mayo misses. Banks doesn't. Offensive rebound and layup by Shiana Banks. 5-point game now. Thomas Wright going for the mid-ranger. Long rebound chase down by Tedford. She'll miss the three. Ball being batted around. It's Gabby Lapardis that comes up with it. Lapardis almost had it taken away by Norman, but she'll kick it out to Burris for three. Long rebound, Reynolds to Norman. Norman pass ahead to Tedford. Tedford can't save it in time. Five-point game. Mayo has 3 seconds on the shot clock, loses her footing. Now to pass ahead to Zaria Wright. Wright, two defenders get back. She's able to score amidst them both. Lead back to 7. Ten minutes, 8 seconds, and counting left to play here in this second half. Curry to Banks. Banks trying to get it inside to Lapardis. Alicia Norman breaks up the pass Annie Yost pulls it out of there and gets it to Zaria Wright. Crossover scores again, makes it 24-34. So 34-26. Here as we come up on the 9-minute mark. Crossover with the ball and the lead. That's Tedford. Tedford being guarded by Lapartis. Nearly has it stolen away. Now they get it over to McDaniel. McDaniel finds Annie Yost all by herself. Yost can't get the layup. Fouled on the second attempt. So they will send Annie Yost to the free throw line. Eight-point game now. Five seconds on the shot clock, and we'll have a foul on the play. Dunham with it out top. Now over to Stinson. Stinson, risky pass over to Lapartis. It makes it over. Lapartis hangs in the air, can't get the shot to go. Touch last by the Thunder. Deja Church with it, working on Stinson. Tedford. She's been in attack mode for a good portion of this game. Gets a key lay in there to make it 26-36. 26-38. Lead is now 12 points for a crossover. Deja Church with a nice move inside. Able to use some of that size and get things done on the perimeter, but they're using that girth to make it a 40-26 ball game. Burris trying to answer back. Looked like McDaniel got a piece of that one. Smith with the rebound. As Mayo fighting for it, and she'll be called for the foul. As her and Tedford get tied up. So Deja Church will bring it across. Church being guarded by Dunham. Church still has it, coming up on a 10-second shot clock. Got a foul is going to take place there on the floor, so it'll be inbounded there by Camaria McDaniel. Foul off the ball, so it'll go over to the Thunder. And Dunham over to Mayo. Now here's Curry. Curry gonna launch up a three-pointer. That one's off the mark, and Church will come away with the rebound. Crossover, turning over. Dunham trying to get three, and we're gonna have some contact. Curry and Tedford battling there for the rebound. And foul going to go against Curry. So 5 minutes, 12 seconds remaining here. It is a 14-point game. Not totally over for the Thunder, but their window is slowly but surely decreasing. Appreciate you joining us here for the Midwest Showdown, and it's always a pleasure when we can get the man with the plan to join us here on the mic, JB Bethea, event director, coming to touch base with us here at the Elite Division game. JB, man, another great year here in this championship game with two good teams going at it.
Oh, man, this is great to see West Virginia Thunder, Michigan crossover playing in the Elite Division championship. It was a very tough division. 24 great teams was in here. Now we're down to these two. And they're playing their fifth game today of the whole weekend. And it's just wonderful just to see this.
And they have earned it, like you mentioned, a true Sharks tank. When you look at the Elite Division, some of the teams they had to get through, Camaria McDaniel with the bucket there. But you look at Michigan crossover, they had to defeat Kentucky Premier Parmley to get here in the semifinal. And then the Thunder had to beat Western Pennsylvania Bruins, their cash squad, two teams that are always in the hunt, JB, when you look at championships on Monday.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. The cash squad came in here as probably #1 seed because they won the Gym Rats tournament earlier. They been playing well, and for West Virginia Thunder to beat them, I think Scott Johnson's probably happy because that's the third time him playing them this year. So I really like the fact that these teams come here to compete, and I love that SUV TV is here every year to support it, and families can see, their kids play when they can't be there.
Hey, man, we love being here, and we've talked about the Elite Division and the talent there, but it's not just a one-trick pony in terms of the divisions and the talent. Had a great 9th grade championship game here on SUV TV with Cincinnati Heat Premier taking home the crown. Talk about some of those younger divisions and how good it feels to have talent at all levels.
Oh, yeah, that's the one thing about the Midwest Showdown. You have the Elite Division who has a lot of talent, even minus the ladies who went to USA Basketball. You still have elite talent, but the younger divisions, 10th grade, 9th grade, 8th grade, oh man, the future is bright for women's basketball in high school with these divisions. And I love the fact that Western PA, who was the defending champions here, They got beaten in the Final Four, and I haven't seen that team lose in 2 years till today to the Cincinnati Premier team, who's a very, very good young team, an up-and-coming team. One thing about the Midwest Showdown, it really doesn't matter what age bracket you are, just the fact that you can come here and play against quality competition and great facilities, and you have every scouting service in the country here, Prospect Nation, ESPN, All-Star Girls Report, Blue Star. You have all the top scouting services here for these young ladies to get seen and get heard. And I just love it as a coach of this and also as an organizer of this event.
Yeah, great facilities here on site, Courts for Sports. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, 6-court facility, air conditioning. You got the nice cushioned seats for those that are just coming to watch one game or want to stay for a few hours and watch it. So great digs here in the Cincinnati, Ohio area, as always, at the Midwest Showdown.
Thank you, and I really appreciate you coming and supporting the Midwest Showdown for the last 5 years, because I can say one thing about this. This event is great, but it's people like you and SUV TV who really makes this event more than what it is. Not for us as adults, but for these young ladies and kids.
And we appreciate that. We got the easy part. They have to play these games over the course of a weekend and really battle, and it's been our pleasure to be able to call and broadcast the action. 15-point game, 3 minutes, 14 seconds left to play here in the contest. And the Thunder continuing to fight, crossover, trying to get it done down the home stretch.
Oh yeah, they're working hard, and I want to say thank you. And I'm gonna let SUTV ride his own home.
Appreciate that. That was JB Bethea, director here at the Midwest Showdown, joining us. And now we get back to the action itself. It's a 13-point game. McDaniel making the move, and she is fouled there along the baseline. So Kamaria McDaniel will shoot 2. And also a special thanks to LBI Insider for making their way here. Talking about the list of talent evaluators and scouts that are here to not only make sure that the ladies get good competition, but also can maximize their exposure from a recruiting standpoint. LBI Insider, one of several groups here on site. Mentioned Prospects Nation, Peach State Basketball, also Brandon Clay and Jonathan Hemingway were here throughout the weekend as well. 29-44 is your score. Coming up on the final 2 minutes. Church hands off to Wright. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Wright flips it up. I don't think that shot hit rim, so that will be a violation. Mayo misses the 3. Dawson with the rebound, flips it up and in. We'll have a timeout here by the Thunder. We'll take one with them. When we get back, we'll bring you the final minute and 44 seconds here from the Midwest Showdown.
There are patterns to everyday life. The sun rises in the east. Winds blow from the west. Heaving oceans rise and fall, and every darkness reveals the brightest stars. There is power in these everyday patterns. And our muscles, like our minds, have memory. And for that, we must be strong. Every day.
Back out of the timeout, Michigan crossover with the ball and then finish the mission mode. Deja Church fouled on the play. Coming back into the game is number 22 there for the crossover, Alicia Norman. Norman doubled, now she'll get it over to right. And they will get it across the timeline, will crossover. Tedford will bring it up as they're just looking to run some clock, take care of the ball and finish this one out. Tedford with the spin off the glass for the lay-in, 31-46. Michigan crossover defeated, as I mentioned, a talented Kentucky Premier Parmley team. The likes of Blair Green, Jalen Penn, Grace Berger, just to name a few. They're on that squad. So they knocked off some pretty impressive heads on the way to this championship game. Final 40 seconds or so. Church keeps it herself and one. Deja Church, like Church's game, she can put it on the floor, she can shoot. As a smaller defender on her, she knows how to put the ball on her hip, initiate the contact and finish inside. Church gets the free throw, completes the three-point play the hard way. Lapardis, deuce. She misses. Burris tries to follow up. Dawson will throw it out of bounds. Off of the crossover. 19 2/10 of a second remaining on the game clock. Kristen Mayo knocks down a three. And that is going to do it for this one as Michigan crossover will just dribble out the clock. 34-49. Your champion in the elite division at the 2016 Midwest Showdown, the Michigan crossover. Thanks for joining us here on SUV TV. We'll see you back here next year for the Midwest Showdown.